What's going on, guys? We are out here for the weekend and it is a pretty nice spot all in all. I'll throw up a quick bit of footage we got on the drone of the sunset, but let's get into this video. And today I want to talk about this idea of freedom and really what you can do to obtain freedom and what people are doing that is stopping them from obtaining freedom. So to start off, let's talk about defining freedom. You've got to figure out what freedom is for yourself first up. For me, my definition for myself is having enough money to still be able to live comfortable, but live life on my own terms. So that means not having to go to work for 50, 60 hours a week, busting myself to do all this overtime just to be able to survive and have the bare necessities. And that seems to be the case for a lot of people, unfortunately. They just work and work and work and they never seem to get ahead. And then all of a sudden, you know, you're old, it's time to retire, you have nothing, and it's beans and rice. And I see this with a lot of my own friends and acquaintances, people my own age, where they do FIFO, they fly in, fly out. You know, they feel like a guest in their own home. And I guess to take away that pain of having to work so much to have all the things, they go and they buy more nice things and they rent jet skis, camper trailers, brand new cars, and all these things. And then, yeah, they literally feel like a guest in their own home. They're never there. They're always at work. Relationships obviously break down when this happens. And yeah, it's not a great thing. And what exactly is causing that, in my opinion, is that for starters, everyone in my own generation seems to want the latest and greatest. They've all got to have brand new cars, brand new massive houses, like McMansions of houses, huge houses, all the new technology. They all want to have a cleaner that comes through the house once a week. They want to have brand new toys, jet skis. They want to eat out like 2, 3, 4 times a week. And it's not sustainable. I'll give you guys a quick look at this view here. So we know what it is that stops people from achieving freedom. Let's talk about probably 3 or 4 key things that people can do to create this freedom. And that's going to be, first of all, you got to figure out how much money are you spending. So you need to sit down, write out all your debts. That's things like car loans, your house loan if you got one for your mortgage or your rental payment. Bugs all over this camera, man, it's shocking. So yeah, you got the rental payment. You want to look at your phone bill, your internet bill, your food bill. How much money are you using while you go eat out or go drink on the weekends and party with your friends? Personal loans, I'm talking jet skis, holidays, people will be taking money out for holidays. And from there, you want to then figure out your earnings. So income, what are we doing? Are you just working a 9 to 5, doing 38 hours a week? Are you putting in that overtime, trying to get ahead, doing 40, 50, 60 hours a week? Have you got the side hustle as well? Or maybe you work a few casual jobs. Essentially, you want to weigh these 2 things next to each other, figure out what's left. Hopefully you've got some money and you're in the green still. And if you are in the green, that's where from there you want to look at what debts you have and go, right, I need to pay some of these out. And then from there, you're going to look at the debt snowball method. The debt snowball method, made famous by Dave Ramsey. And that's where you want to take the smallest debt that you've got, put what extra money you can against it, repeat over and over and over until you pay that debt off. And then the money you use to make that payment on that debt, you put on the next one over and over and over, pay that off. And quite quickly you'll find you clear out all of your debt. That is if you have money left over. If you don't have money left over, you're going to need to sell some shit or suck it up and work way more hours than what you already are. Now, you might need to sell that car and use what's left over to buy a little shitbox beater and pay off the rest of the loan. Or you can go ahead and, like I said, pick up that side hustle, pick up that other job and go. And you'd be surprised what you could do within 24 months of doing this. So from there, once you've got some money tucked away and sorted out, once you've cleared your debt, you get your emergency fund sorted, try and get 3 months worth of expenses put away. And then from there is when the fun part starts, and that's where you want to look at investing. Now, on average, the S&P 500, which is just a standard fund of the top 500 performing companies in America, or you can use something like the ASX 200, which is the top 200 performing companies in Australia if you're here. I myself personally am diversified between both of them and another fund for dividends, but that's a whole nother topic. From there, you want to just put a little bit aside every single week, and you'll find that over 20, 30, 40 year periods, the average return is 10% per year. So we're going to break this down, use some real simple numbers. Essentially, if you put $10,000 in, your money's going to grow by $1,000 in that first year. Now, obviously, it's not going to be that linear that it's, I put 10 grand in, I get $1,000. We're talking over a 10-year period. So then when you get this, you have the magic of compound interest, and I'll throw a chart here somewhere on the screen where, let's say we did, 10 or 20 grand a year, and we compound that and we stick to that for 10 or 20 years, you see quite a massive amount of money. And that is just from being disciplined, not wasting your money, and slowly stacking it up and investing and doing the right thing. Your next option would be to invest in yourself more. Now, just woo up, I'm not here to sell anyone a $997 course. When I say investing in yourself, I'm saying, can you take 5-10 grand while you're still working your day job and invest this into something like a piece of machinery or a product like, a ride-on lawnmower, a pressure washer, and when you're done with your job, you find time in the afternoon to do this, or on your one day off a week, because remember, you're working 50, 60 hours a week to get yourself out of debt. You want to be able to use this equipment and make some money. And you'd be surprised at how quickly this can lead to someone talking to someone that knows someone, and then you got 5 or 6 people, and all of a sudden, you're building clientele. And if you continue to do that and you be smart and you learn business, you can actually grow that into something that's going to pay you more than your day job, and you can work for yourself. Now, these two options, the more passive one is obviously just keep to your day job and invest your money. But you'll see, depending on if you're willing to bet on yourself, you can make quite the difference in your life and in your riches. But again, it all comes down to living below your means, even if that means a minimalist lifestyle, and making these hard decisions. Like, I know when all your friends are going out and doing this and that, you want to be out there and you want to get amongst it, and you can't always do that. But you need to make the decision now do you put in the effort now and live an easier life as you get older? Because if you live the easy life now, life's going to get a lot more difficult when you get older and you have all these health scares and things start to go awry. Now, if you've gotten anything out of this video, I'd please ask that you like this video for the algorithm. You could subscribe to the channel to help it grow, and drop me a comment down below. Tell me where you're up to in your own investing journey in life, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.